Welcome into the Film Guy Network. It's football season, which means I've got a film study for you.
What's up? You like that? You really like that?
Let's shut up and grab some tape.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome into the Film Guy Network on a fabulous Monday morning here inside the studio. Don't know how this one found you. Don't know when this one found you. Hope you're in a great spot. If not, over the next however long we're here today together, we're going to watch some ball and have some fun. I got a good one for you guys today. We're going to take a look at Donny Glover and Juan Gaston. I don't know if they were freshman All-American last year, but they probably should have been on the verge of doing so. Two of the better seasons we've had as true freshmen, not redshirt freshmen, true freshmen at the offensive line position in quite some time at the University of Georgia. Normally, you don't crack that lineup as a true freshman and playing meaningful downs. These guys did exactly that. Excited to show you why. I tweeted about it. I think when it's all said and done, I think Donny Glover will be a top 60 eval. I think it was when all said and done, Juan Gaston is going to be a top 10 eval in the NFL. These guys are really, really freaking good, and you're probably only going to get to watch them in college football for about another 24 months, so you better lock in. All right, we'll watch Donny first and then flip over to Juan. Also, it is the offseason, so don't know how much of this you're getting on YouTube. If you get cut off and you're enjoying it at any point today, head over to Patreon, patreon.com/Brooks Austin. They get the full upload of these during the off season. Hey, got a couple of rules around here. If you want anything about the game of football today, you must subscribe. I guarantee you're going to. We're talking offensive line. It's your boy's bag. If you want anything about your favorite football team, you must subscribe today as well. And if you have any fun at all today, you must subscribe. I know I sure as hell am. Let's shut up and let's grind the tape. All righty. Like I said, we're going to start with Donny. We're going to watch Donny against Alabama. Now, they rotated three guys towards the end of the season on that interior of the offensive line, right? Micah Morris, Donny Glover, and Juan Gaston, okay? Those three guys kind of rotated in there and held down those spots. It was very interesting towards the end of the season to see Donny play more snaps than Micah. You know what I mean? That was really, really, like the first guy out is 56, not 63, huh? That's interesting, okay? That tells us what we need to know. Hey, the freshmen play better, good enough to stay on the field. You know, when we bring the other freshman in, we're going to let him replace Micah? That's interesting. Okay, here we go. Take a look at this first play. Now, Jonathan, Alabama does a really, really good job of disguising blitzes, disguising pressures, disguising coverages, doing everything hidden until post-snap like this right here. You see this nickel mug down here? There is no indication that he's about to fire off the edge. Normally, if we bump that safety over the top of him and do what we call capping his coverage, right? Put somebody over the top of him. Normally that will indicate some type of nickel pressure. Here we don't get it. We also get no indication from the defensive end that he's about to spike B-gap across the right tackle's face, which is exactly what he does, okay? So we get caught off guard here to start the football game with a twist from Alabama's defense. Now, the key note here is on these three guys over here on the front side. All right, we get on different levels very, very early within this snap. Watch 63 and 51, okay? That is the definition of different levels, right? 63 is about 1.5 yards in front of everybody else, right? Our right tackle and our center are on similar lines, all right? If we're going to get depth, we better get depth together. If any one of us is on a separate angle, we're going to get in trouble. There's a lot of space right here in between these, the center and this right tackle. That's where the play is going to ultimately get made, okay? We can't have that happen. We got to be on the same level. So in my opinion, Donny, probably not deep enough right there. But again, to start the pre-snap process right here, he's got a 3 technique, guys. He thinks him and Malachi Tolliver are working through this 3 tech, probably up to this Mike inside linebacker right here, okay? So as the 3 tech goes away, hey, we got to settle. We got to settle right now, get big, get flat, wait for whatever might come into our B gap, which is that defensive end. Same thing for you. Hey, Ernest, we have got to in 2025 or 2026, avoid this. We play head over toes way too often for a person who's 6'3". All right, for a person who's 6'3", 325 pounds, and is supposed to play with good technique, we play like this way too often. All right. Now, we have started our college tour. All right, we are going around, sitting in meeting rooms, learning how the big boys are coaching the big boys. All right, learning how the best of the best are coaching the best football players that we have in college football. And you know what the first thing I learned about in meetings this year and noticed was unrealistic expectations with regards to effort. And we don't even MF dudes. We don't yell at them. We don't scream at them. We just coach it up and we tell them what's not acceptable. Do you know what is not acceptable? It is not acceptable to get passed up by a teammate. It is not acceptable to get passed up by a player that is behind us. Okay? That shows a lack of effort. This is an exact example of what I'm talking about right here. Now, it is 2nd and 17, and I don't think we call a draw play. All right, I think it's a standard play action pass. Actually, no, this is for sure a draw. All right, so we have Cash Jones up here with a little swing screen opportunity. These two guys down here at the bottom, they're 100% doing what we call stock blocking, okay? Go out there, stalk your opponent, and go step on his toes and block him. So we have a quarterback draw called right now on 2nd and 17. I think this is a loaf by 63. Okay, watch this, okay? Now, again, hey, I'm going to sound like an asshole, but it is what it is. I'm not calling him a bad player. There's a reality about what happens. This guy right here, this guy's gone. This guy was the fire starter last year. He was the firecracker. I used to have a coach say, we need one match. We are all as humans soaked in gasoline. All we need is one match to light it all up, and now we're all on fire. Now we're all ready to go, right? Well, when I'm in a meeting room and I watch 57 as a football coach, I get invigorated. The room gets invigorated. I get to hype people up based off watching 57 play ball. All right? Well, that's gone now. There's a massive void. All right? And if 63 is not going to fill it, I don't know who is. You see what I'm talking about with a rep off right here, Jonathan? Who makes the play? 42 makes the play. The guy who we got eyes on multiple times throughout this rep. All right? And not only that, I don't know if y'all been paying attention to how they teach these defenders nowadays, but every single point of contact, do you see what his right hand's doing? His right hand's punching at the ball. Every single point of contact could be the point of contact as why we lost the football. And I took a rep off right there. Why? Because it's 2nd and 17, and we called a draw, and we're not expecting to pick up 40. Bullshit. You know what I mean? We got to play. Got to play. Guys, that's the 5th snap of the football game. Inexcusable. Especially because I know we move really, really, really well. Watch him on this pull right here. Hey, there is no reason why we shouldn't be one of the flashiest players that we've had on the offensive line in Athens for a long, long time. We have really, really, really good skill sets, okay? We're 6'3", we're 315 pounds. We don't carry bad body weight. We're from Langston Hughes. We're a liquor drinker. We better be able to play through the echo of the whistle for 4 quarters. I talked about it last night in our Discord. They better fear our contact for 4 quarters. That's what they better fear. You know what I mean? And I don't think right now we had that. Now, we're a true freshman, okay, so we're probably drinking through a fire hose to an extent, but this is SEC championship game, true freshman. You are no more. You know what I mean? We played 13 football games. It's time to rock. All right, now, this is going to be the difference, in my opinion, between year 1 of a true freshman and year 2, year 3, year 4, if we get that, all right? We are prepared for contact right now, but we are not thriving through the contact point. You'll see what I'm talking about right here. Now, if my memory serves me, we're working this 3-tech up to Justin Jefferson right now. We're working this what we call a tag, right? Tackle and guard. We're tagging up to number 10, okay? Now, when we have a 3-tech right here, we see him working towards us. You see his eyes right now, Jonathan? We are prepared for this 3-tech to collision us, all right? But that's all we are prepared to do. We are prepared to absorb this contact instead of doing what we call working vertical through the player, all right? We have to work vertical through his upfield shoulder in order to get to number 10. As we brace for contact right now, all right, we're bracing for contact, not stepping through his midline, right? We're kind of in this position where we're like, and then we're going to get a foot down, all right, instead of, y'all see the difference in those two? Okay, we've got to actually work through that player because when we get into this position, all right, we're going to get thrown down on our face. Now, it's a great job getting back up, but now what? The linebacker is already tracing over the top of us, and we're going to lose that rep too. Okay, that's a loss. It doesn't look like it because the ball carrier's already been tackled. We ain't worried about everybody else's job. We're worried about ours right now on these individual studies, okay? Go back to the top right here. I love that we're prepared for it, okay? I love that we're ready to absorb the contact. We're not leaving our tackle out to dry right now. We're going to deliver that block to Monroe Freeland. It's a great job, all right? But we can't get put into this position. And I think we get put into this position because we're bracing for contact, not delivering it ourselves with a strike down the midline of that person's body, okay? If my jargon gets a little too heavy and you have no idea what I'm talking about today, Jonathan, slow me down because I can guarantee you the audience doesn't either, okay? This is what I'm talking about, though, with 57. Somebody is going to have to pick up 57's effort, all right? I want a pile chaser. I want a ball chaser. I want a guy who's always, always, always looking for work. Watch 57. First of all, he's FSUing, right? He's going in here and he's FSUing. We're going to knock bodies left and right. Why is Malachi Tolliver on the ground? Well, because Monroe Freeling hit the piss out the 3 technique, okay? That's why. All right, so we got a whole bunch of carnage in here. Let's see who gets up off the ground first. My money says it's 57. Oh, wow. Did you see how quickly those feet got in the ground? All right, now, hey, we're all back onto our feet except for Tolliver. All right, but we're all on our feet. Who do you think is going to be the first to chase the pile right here? 57. 57 going to be the first to chase the pile. Boom. Hey, and the only one to chase the pile. He going to go get a hat on it, ain't he? Mm-hmm. So, look, this is the stuff. When it's Sunday afternoon at 5 o'clock and everybody's licking their wounds and we just lost by 3 or whatever the situation may be, maybe we won by 17, who gives a shit? When the meeting room is dying and I'm sitting in there and everybody's just going through the motion except for that shit lights a fire in the room. Do you know what I'm saying? So I need that. Somebody's going to have to replace that this year. And I think it should be 63. That's my opinion. He was that in high school, all right? He was that in practice when he first got there in July. That's how they knew, hey, this ain't no puppy. This is a guy ready to go. He's out here bullying folks in practice. Let's go. All right. All right. People talk about getting the first 2 steps in the ground as offensive lineman and defensive lineman. 2 steps are important. Let's count them out. 1, over here on the left side. There's 1. All right. There's 2. Now, here's what I think is most important. I think the 3rd step's most important. 2 steps nowadays is almost a collection of the opponent in front of us, right? That's what we got going on. We just collected these 2 down linemen. All right, we are 2 steps in. 1, 2, we've gathered, we've striked, we've got hands on, might have decent hat placement, whatever it may be. But here's the important part. I want y'all to watch this guy's 3rd step, this inside step. Watch how much ground he gains. All right, watch this. Boom. Y'all see that? Y'all see it twitching in and out of the ground? Right there. Bah. All right, we're gaining ground. Now, I bet we end up walking this dude up out the hole. We do, all right, because our 3rd step is really, really powerful. Now, we're blocking a 240-pounder in Clay Rousseau. He's blocking a 200 and God knows how many pounder right here, so it's a lot bigger. But I want y'all to watch Donny's 3rd step. 1, 2. Watch this 3rd step right here. It don't gain near as much ground, does it? That's why we don't have as much power. That's why we're not allowed to reset the line of scrimmage as much. I also love this. Been a lot of talk on the internet lately about power angles, right? Particularly in the shins and the ankles. I want y'all to watch 57 and how his right knee almost bends inward. We get another powerful angle, and that's what we spring off of right here. Watch this right knee go almost down. Do you see that? Almost down to the ground. We're creating another powerful angle right there. And after that knee goes in, watch that foot explode and get right back up underneath us, all right? We got to find that explosive footwork, all right? We got to find that strength to get those guys off the point and move them a little bit. Great collection, though, right? The first 2 steps get us into a stalemate category, right? What's a stalemate, Jonathan?
Matched.
It's a tie. That's right. It's a tie. We use that word a lot in the line of scrimmage world, stalemates. As a defensive lineman, stalemates are a dub if we can get off, though. We got to be able to shed the block and get to the ball carrier, okay? 3rd step. First 2 collect, 3rd step drives. Now, I think personally, now we run this play 2 times in a row, the second time with an RPO action off of it. But we got counter working back towards the short side of the field over here, Jonathan. So we're over here at left guard. Our job is to pull and kick. We're wrapping with Elias Williams. Now, there are 2 types of techniques. We can pull and kick or we can pull and log, right? Log is when we get to his outside shoulder, kind of seal him off. What do we want to do? What is the play designed to do, Jonathan? Kick. That's right. It's designed to kick. We're trying to hit this sucker in B gap, all right? So you tell me, hey, is there space between Oscar Delp's butt, Ernest Green's butt, and us to get our face and right shoulder inside of Clay Rousseau? Mm-hmm. I think if we're tight enough to the down blocks, I think we could get inside here and create a crease, don't you? Yep. That's what I think. But instead, we're a little loose. He wrong arms us right now, gets to our inside shoulder, and now we have to log him. But here's the problem. The ball carrier the tight end is already up our butt right now, and he's going to get caught up. All right, now we can't get to the corner, and thus we get tackled for 3 yards instead of getting a 7 or 8 yard gain right here, okay? So here's what I'm saying. I think we have to have malicious intent to win with our head inside every single time right now. Be tight to the down blocks, and let's go to work, all right? Our indecisiveness and our reception of this contact from Clay Rousseau dirties this look up, in my opinion, for Elias Williams. Why does Elias get bumped right there? Well, it's because we got the shit brought to us right there on the kick block, okay? Now, let's not get bogged down. That's, for me, the day I'm running my own indies. I used to have a coach that would teach this based off this guy's body language. Like if he wants to wrong arm you, we're going to get to his top shoulder. We're going to have the tight end or the tackle, whoever's behind you, respond to you, okay? Which is what they're doing right here. But I had a coach this week where I'm down at a college. He's talking about, hey, if he wants to wrong arm you and we got a log technique, fight to get your head on the inside still. Where's his head right now, Jonathan? Outside. His head's on the outside. And I'm like, that's what we've taught for years with this log technique. And I start hearing this head on the inside stuff, and I'm like, what? Well, first of all, if I constantly attack with my head on the inside, okay, instead of trying to locate his outside shoulder and place him and seal him inside. Which one of those sounds a whole hell of a lot more physical? Put my damn head inside, right? Whole hell of a lot more physical. Also, if this guy, watch number 4, okay? You see him trying to work back around the hoop right there, Jonathan? That can happen, all right? That defensive end can work flat, bend, and hook back around, come back this way, and fall on the legs of the ball carrier, okay? That's why I go on these visits, because y'all teaching football different than I was learning football 10 years ago, and that's important for doing this, right? All right, hey, boom, came right back to it. We got the quarterback, I think, keeping the football off the back of this. No, he doesn't. Probably should have. All right, we come right back to it, and boom, we get the kick. All right, but here's what I do not like. Jonathan, there's a term called bracing for contact. Are we bracing for contact? Yeah. You damn right we're bracing for contact. Hey, you're supposed to be my BMF. You're supposed to be the bad muff around here. Go smack some shit around. Don't be bracing for contact. It's a great job getting our head inside, but who finishes this rep? Who is the more physical opponent right here at the line of scrimmage? I know the answer, and it ain't you right now. Hey, that's great. That's great that we got in there and added into the mix. I love that. All right, but can we finish our responsibilities first? I also love this. I have a great photo of it. He fit Allen Iverson, number 10. Oh, I tried to. I got a photo of him like this over number 10. All right, here we go. I knew I was going to be late all along on this one. Hey, what's our coaching point right here, Jonathan?
Is he back at right guard?
Yeah, he's back at right guard.
Oh, okay.
What's our coaching point?
Getting off the ball.
Hell yeah, we're late as hell off the ball. Let's go. We are late as hell off the ball. Now, we win. We get a stalemate right here, but we are definitely absorbing contact. That's awesome that we're big enough, bad enough, strong enough to absorb 94 like this. But let's get our ass off the rock, son. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it is the off season. All right, we're going to be pumping out a lot of these individual player evals, particularly on the Georgia end of things. If you've enjoyed this, I don't know how deep we are on the YouTube side of things. There's a 45-minute video readily available over on Patreon. Patreon.com/Brooks Austin. Hope to see you there.